friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video we are going to be doing a new Sunday reset. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who is joining me today and to all of the new subscribers here at Charlotte Grove Farmhouse. We have been growing steadily, and I am just so incredibly appreciative of you. So let's go ahead and get this bed made. We're going to go through my morning routine, and then we're going to get through a little bit of cleaning. Thank you guys again for joining me today, and let's get started. So I want to start off with some full transparency and let you know that this video was actually filmed over 2 days accidentally. I filmed a ton of it yesterday, and then unfortunately I lost a ton of footage, more than half of it yesterday when I was trying to edit. I don't know what happened. I even paid for some recovery software to try to recover the stuff that I had deleted, and it did not work. So I'll let you know when the video switches over, but I did just put on the same thing I had on yesterday so that I could refilm this morning and get you as close to a full video as I possibly could. So thank you to everybody who were so patient and so incredibly kind on my post. Was very upset about it last night, that is for sure. And if you know me, you know that I am a creature of habit. I try really hard to stick as closely to my schedule as possible because I work really hard for this channel. I'd love to one day be able to make this a full-time gig. And because of that, I was just really upset that I spent hours and hours filming and only got to use a portion of it. So that's okay. That's all right. So I'm just going to take some time this morning to put away the dishes. I was about to empty the dishwasher. However, I realized it did not get turned on last night, so not a big deal. I went ahead and started that. And then it was time to water my plants. So every Sunday, I try to water all of my house plants. This is what helps me to remember when to water them and not overwater them. Sometimes I will skip certain plants. I won't necessarily do all of them every single week because some of the plants like the pothos and things, they like to be forgotten. They don't like a whole lot of water. But if I do everything on a Sunday, then I have less chances of forgetting or overwatering them. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to walk through my house and water everything. I did add some plant food, indoor plant food to my water. It's just the Miracle-Gro indoor plant food. It just is a nice little addition to the water. I probably do it once or twice a month. In the summer here, I usually only do it about once because they get plenty of sunlight. But in the winter, I definitely do it more than once a month because they don't get as much sunlight. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through my house here and water all my plants. I do have a lot of plants. I definitely am a plant lady, and some people love that. Some people don't. That is totally up to you. I love a lot of fresh plants in the house. I just feel like the greenery is such a nice little pop of color. However, I do have a lot of faux plants as well, like my fiddle leaf fig in the back there. I'm definitely not good enough to have a real one, so I've got a fake one in the corner. These here are real. Obviously, the ones that I'm watering are real, but can't say that I haven't accidentally watered a faux plant before. I'm also going to take some time to go outside here and water my ferns. You guys, my ferns are doing so great this year. Last fall, I put up some beautiful mums here, but I'm going to leave these fern up here as long as I possibly can because they are doing phenomenally. They are growing so great. And I really do attribute that to keeping them so close to the house. I feel like that's provided them with a lot of shade. I also have this tray here full of sweet potato vines. I picked these up at a local nursery when I went with my friends, and I plan on using those in my fall planters. So I'm just trying to keep them alive until I plant those. I'm also going to take a second here to water all of the flowers in my barrels here on either side of my garage. And I'm going to give all of my flower beds a good little drink. It's supposed to be really hot today in the mid 80s. So I want to make sure that they've got plenty of water and that they don't go thirsty today. So it was already super hot and muggy. I wanted to get this done as quickly as possible so I can get back into the air conditioning, but I didn't want to leave them neglected either. Today is my last full day of summer break. Tomorrow I am back into the office. I go back about a week before the rest of my staff, so I'm definitely trying to enjoy what I have of this day before it's over. It is very bittersweet. It's been a wonderful summer. We just had a fabulous final camping trip out in Maine with all of our family, and it was so glorious. We had the best time. I was sad to see it end, but time to get back into the normal groove of everything. If you're new to my channel, my husband and I work in education, so we've been home for the summer, but that is ending. I cannot believe how quickly it has come. I am an elementary school counselor and he is a middle school special education teacher. So our schedules are bananas. We're about to start the soccer season and it's about to be crazy. I did just post a video about our back to school prep where I talked a lot about how I keep us organized. If you're curious about how our family of 7 stays organized, that is how we do it. Lots of calendars, lots of communication. But balls get dropped, it happens. But I cannot believe that tomorrow it's all back in the full swing. So we are now on to the second part of this video. This was filmed yesterday and I've got my gloves on here while I am washing. I was washing all of these items. They're new and I have my gloves on because I had recently done some self-tanner, so I didn't want to mess with that. But I had purchased some new servingware from Home Goods. That's what I had washed and put away there. And then I'd also picked up these all-clad measuring spoons. So I washed those and put those away. And then those bowls that you see there in the background were a treat to myself that I picked up at Target. They're new serving bowls from the Hearth and Hand line. I'm assuming they're part of the fall line. I'm honestly not sure, but they are beautiful and I love them. I'll try to link them for you down below if I can find them, but I love them so much. So getting all of that stuff put away. I'm also going to pick up my stools here and I'm going to clean off the bottom of them. They have those little felt pieces on the bottom to prevent them from scraping up the floor, and they just collect a ton of hair and schmutz, from being down on the floor. So I'm just kind of cleaning those off a little bit, and then I'm going to wipe these down. I had the robot vacuum going in the background, so I don't know if it's going to show up in here or not. You might see it, but that's why I wanted to pick these up so that it had an opportunity to clean underneath them, because I desperately needed to mop. Like, that was one of the things that had to get done in today's video because I hadn't done it in weeks. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you the last time I mopped our floors, which is great that our floor does such a great job of hiding all of that, but it's also not great because that's gross. So I needed it desperately to get that done. So I'm just wiping these down and I'm going to put away my Trader Joe's things here. My daughter and I had gone to Trader Joe's. I'd even filmed a whole little haul for you. However, I don't have that footage, but I just wanted to go. It's about 45 minutes from my house. So we drove out there. I wanted to pick up some seasonings. We needed more everything but the bagel. And I wanted to pick up some other things. They were out of a lot of stuff. I was really surprised, but we have a supper club this Friday. I will be filming it, so stay tuned for that. We are doing a Under the Tuscan Sun theme, Italian theme. So I did pick up some penne. I am making penne alla vodka, and I also picked up their sparkling lemonade to put on the table. I had visions of little San Pellegrino bottles, but I haven't been able to find them. So I picked these up in case I can't find the others, because these are equally as pretty. But I'm just going to take a second to put those away. Also there on the counter, you're going to see what looks like a little lobster. That's because it is. I picked up some lobster Christmas tree ornaments in Maine when we were just there. One for me and one for my best friend Anne in Las Vegas, because we call each other our lobsters. So if you're watching, Anne, I love you. That's coming in the mail. I also found this little condiment tray at Target in the clearance section from Hearth and Hand. It was normally $29.99. It was on clearance for $20. And I thought this would be great for the holidays and for hosting. We host a lot, and so I thought this would be good. That entire drawer down there is things that I use for like serving, so that's why I put it down there. I also needed to scrub down this cake dish here. I had made banana cake, bundt cake for family dinner right before we left for Maine, and I didn't get a chance to clean this. So it was so rock hard on here, but luckily I was able to scrub it all off. And this cake dish here is from IKEA. I love this cake dish. It is stunning. and it has the most adorable scalloped edge, and I love it. So I keep it out on the counter all the time. It's definitely one of those things that you can put away and only take out when you use it, but I just think it adds such a sweet little element to the kitchen and really makes the kitchen feel like a cafe, which is what I love. I love that my kitchen has kind of a restaurant vibe, or like you could, pull up to the counter and order yourself a coffee and a scone, and it kind of feels like a cafe. That's the vibe I'm always going for in my kitchen. So going to take a moment to scrub out my sink. It desperately needs it. I do this probably every single day, and it maybe multiple times in the day. It just needs it. It's white and gets gross, but going to go ahead and clean this. And then I'm going to take a second to wipe down all of the counters for the most part, except for the island. And then we're going to move into mopping the floor. Oh, my least favorite chore, but I had to get it done. For mopping today, I'm going to be using just my old school cedar mop. These things are great. I feel like they do an excellent job. I used to use a steam mop, but I read somewhere that it is not good for your luxury vinyl planking. So I'm not using it because I don't want to ruin these floors. They were expensive and I need them to last. So I'm not using the steam mop right now. In fact, it just lives upstairs. My kids use it to mop the floor in their bathroom, but I'm going to go ahead and start in my entryway. Now it's going to kind of feel weird, like as I'm mopping. I try really hard to mop in a certain way every single time, so that way I'm not walking on it. And I start here in the entryway because my children are always outside. They were currently outside now, and I wanted to make sure this was dry when they were ready to come in. So I'm starting here in the entryway, and then I'm going to work my way through the kitchen and into the dining room, and then we're going to save the family room and the big entry, or the big section in the middle, for the last part. So like I mentioned, it had been so long since I mopped. I vacuum every single day. I just run the little robot vac most days. However, I just hadn't mopped. It is such a chore. There's so much floor to mop. And to be honest with you, I just really do not enjoy this chore. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's so repetitive. It really does make a huge difference. Like it looks really nice. I wish it could stay this shiny. We don't have real hardwood floors. Like I said, it's vinyl planking, but it does look really, really pretty. I did forget to mention that I am using a little bit of laundry soap because I like the smell and it just kind of helps to get it clean. You can also just use a little splash of vinegar, but other than that, I don't put anything special into the water when we're cleaning. You can find something that works for you. I know they have products out there for different things, but a little bit of laundry soap works great for me and makes the whole house smell really, really fresh. As I mentioned, with school starting back up here very, very soon and me returning to work this week, I'm really hoping that I'm able to stay up on my 3 videos per week schedule. I had set the schedule for myself almost 2 years ago now. We moved into this house and I decided that I really wanted to focus on YouTube and trying to make a career out of it. I tried really hard to make a schedule that was manageable and that would help me, progress my channel. So I'm trying really hard to stick to that. And I just ask that if things are a little late or it appears that, we're missing a video, understand that it's just because we're trying to get back into the groove of going back to school. I'm already prepping for everybody to get sick. I should probably go to the store and buy medicine now because we'll all need it at the same time. We're coming into that season. We also haven't been around people for a while, so we're about to go share everybody's germs. It's just that crazy time of year. And as much as I love it, I know that all the craziness is about to start. So thank you in advance for your grace and for your continued support. I really, really appreciate it. And with every view and every subscriber, we're just getting closer to being able to make this a full-time gig. And, once I am able to make this a full-time gig, I look forward to being able to put out more videos than just 3 a week. I really do look forward to being able to share, more of that weekly routine with everybody. So hopefully you are here for it. I also just wanted to mention that I am really looking forward to us moving into the holiday season. If this is going to be your first year with me, we go all out for the Burr months. We love them. September, I usually will decorate for fall. October, we do Halloween. November, we'll do fall again. And then obviously for Christmas. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of holiday decorating and lots of holiday cheer. Hopefully you like that. I did just recently put out a fall video, a marathon of last year's decorating. So if you're looking for some inspiration, you can check that out. But hopefully here in the next couple of videos, I'll be decorating for fall for this year. I am so ready. And as Danny always says, once school starts, he's ready for fall. So we're ready to get the fall stuff out. We're ready for football and colder seasons and for all of the fun activities that come along with that. So stay tuned. Now that we're done mopping, I'm going to go ahead and put the stools down and we're going to wipe down the island. This coming Friday is our first supper club. As I mentioned, I am hosting here at my house this month, I'm sorry. And this is just going to be a time for me and my neighborhood gal pals to come together and talk about life and cook together and enjoy food together. We already have the next 3 months planned out. We just talked about doing a Friendsgiving today. I just love where we live. Not only do I love our home and I love the holidays and all of the seasons, I just love that we get to do life with some really great people. Leaving Las Vegas was incredibly hard because I had really incredible relationships there. One that is so very, very near and dear to me, my best friend Anne, she still lives there and we get to see each other, just a little bit, but we talk often and like I said, send each other those wonderful little lobster gifts. But I'm happy that I've been able to create a community here in New England where I can still feel like there are wonderful people that I can rely on and trust if I need something. So very excited for our first supper club. Stay tuned. I will definitely bring you along for that video for the prep and I'll show you some food that we've got. I'll try to take a little snippet of footage of what everybody else brings and share all of those good details with you. So that's going to bring us to the end of this week's Sunday Reset, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so very sorry that it's late, but hopefully you were able to get a little bit of motivation begin to tackle some things on your to-do list today. I can't believe it's already back to school time. If you're back in school already, I hope you guys have a great school year. And if you're like me and it's coming to an end here now, I know it's bittersweet, but hopefully you had a beautiful summer and can go into the school year feeling prepped and ready and, just motivated and inspired for a new school year. So again, thank you all so very much for being here with me today. I would love to have you subscribe and come back for more. And until the next one, my friends, take care.